I mean, we can talk about how we feel like shit. That's fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with
There's
feeling
nothing
like
wrong with
shit
that. Yeah.
because, listen, in this day and age where you either are going to work every single day to make a paycheck to be at
Mm-hmm.
home, which you have to pay for, and light bills that never go away. And every single chance you get, there's somebody saying, I need money for this and I need money for that.
Yeah.
And, you feel like you're supposed to be on top of the world according to social media, but you actually feel like the bottom of the barrel, even though you're really not doing that bad.
All that. Yes. Yeah. I hate. No, I don't think anybody likes being sick, obviously, but
Oh yeah.
it's that lingering thing. It's like,
Mhm.
okay, I'm over the worst of it, but like, can I get my energy back?
Yeah.
Can I not mainline Red Bull today? Can I just get
Can we
through the
get
day?
like the energy that you just want to wake up with?
Yeah. I'm okay with an occasional like smile and bear it, but I'm like, I'm just
Yeah.
I'm over it right now. But that's okay. That's okay.
Energy, it's just hard when like you are when you are told that you have to keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going,
Yeah.
and your body's like, but I need a break. I really need this break. Like you literally are about to die. And
Hmm.
I'm sitting here trying to save your ass. And you're choosing to continue going to work.
Yeah. I'm telling you to sleep. I'm
Yeah.
telling you to rest. And I'm like,
So that I can do all the work for you.
right.
But you
That
won't let me.
well, and the other thing is that my cheerleader, Al,
Mhm.
like if I'm like this, he's a ray of sunshine is not what I would say, but he is usually more upbeat. He's
Yeah.
I'm the moody one, and he's like, "Come on, let's just get it done." That's kind of like how he goes about life. So when we're both sick and we're both tired, I don't have my cheerleader to like get me out of bed. I'm like, "Oh, come on, give me that rah rah." And he's like, "I'm in bed too. I don't want to. I'm not dealing with none of this." And I'm like, no, the entire house is down. We're down for the
Not the
count.
entire house is.
The entire house is down. I can't do it. Well, Tim, you want to kick this thing off?
Oh, yeah.
What you got?
Hi, I'm Tim
And I'm Bear, and this is Cub.
and Chubb. And we're back.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Tim.
Hi. So I was wondering, Bear.
Mm-hmm.
I already forgot the question. What is it?
Tim, let me ask you. I'll kick it off and I'll ask
Yeah,
you. How
ask
about that?
me.
I'll ask you. So,
Memories. Memories.
memories. Oh my god. This is already so off the rails. This is great. We decided, Tim, that we wanted to have a conversation about being in our 30s
Yes.
and like kind of just dance around the topic in general because um, you got to know me really as I got into my 30s.
Yes.
And I brought you along dragging, kicking, and screaming.
I feel like most of my friends were in their 30s when I met them.
Yeah, or knocking at the door.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very comforting for me to see the pathway and
Yeah.
the hurdles that I could just walk around because other people fell over them. Uh,
So tell me, Tim, how did your 30s start? Where were you at
well,
mentally, physically when you were turning 30?
so that was at that time I was in DC.
Oh,
And I had just
your
listened.
DC years, I would watch a TV show. I'd
Oh,
read the novelization.
no, it was
Give
so
me some.
good.
Oh, yeah.
The men I was around, the people. Shout out to the old DC scandals.
Oh,
Um,
best T-shirt I ever bought. Love it.
Listen, Bears love rugby.
Mm-hmm.
Truly.
Oh,
But I will say, if I start at 29.
mm-hmm.
That was the best year of my entire life. To this day, it really just it opened me up in so many ways to see who I was and that it was okay, and that I could change and grow according to what I feel daily.
Yeah.
And so I would say 29 was the best year ever. 30 is when it started to go downhill.
Mm. Mm.
29 was a great year because I wasn't thinking about, you know, the money in and money out aspect of life.
Yeah.
I was making great money according to me, and I was spending it because DC is expensive, girl.
Yeah.
Every single chance I got, I was going out, I was drinking, I was messing around with whoever I wanted to mess
You were
around with.
living your life. Yeah.
And I was thinner than I had ever been, and I was athletic,
You
which
were?
made a
Yeah.
complete difference from who I was in college, in high school, and in formative years. So that my 29 was great. 30s is when it hit me that debt is real and it's not going to go away just because you ignore it.
Right. Right.
So I had to buckle down and I was like, look, something's got to give. Um, and so I chose to let it all go and, in efforts to crunch some numbers and get that shit together because nobody was trying to be mid 30s and broke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so that's what I did. And then 31, I moved back um to Richmond with Bear.
Mm-hmm.
He was my mom and gracious enough to want to live with me. I suggest no one ever do that again.
Well, wait, live with you or live with me?
Live with me. I am a particular person. It's a love hate.
I liked living with you. I had a good time living. Yeah.
Really?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I did.
Okay.
I really, really did.
Okay.
You were a great roommate. It was for I have lived with, besides my family,
Mhm.
I have lived with 4 other people mainly through college.
Yes.
And um I don't know who's listening to this podcast and who's not. I will say
I remember 2 or 3 of them.
yeah, one of them well, one of them I fell in love with. We don't have to talk about that right now. Another one had his own neuroses, who I loved very much, but we got through those years together.
We did.
Galen was low maintenance. Thank God. Me and Galen got along very well.
Yeah.
Happy
Shout out to
birthday.
P90X.
Shout out to P90X and happy birthday, Galen. Today is Galen's birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh.
Happy birthday, Galen.
Happy birthday, Galen. We love Galen. Yeah, low maintenance. And then you, like those 2 years, like, I mean, we both had our good and bad days, but
yeah, like
we also knew each other.
I think that I didn't even realize how much alone time I require.
You needed to take your batteries out and just
So I am boom 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 Energizer Bunny.
Yep.
But when I take the batteries out, I'm like, ew.
Yeah.
And most people do not recognize or realize that. Thank you for realizing it.
Yeah.
When you did.
I think you and I are very similar in that way, though. Like, we were both showmen. We like to be on stage. We like to make people feel good. We like to bring up the energy and like get people talking.
You're the DJ,
right? Yeah.
I'm a singer / like moment. Like,
yeah, we are the social lubricant when it comes to like getting something going and whatever. But when we're tired or when we are not in the mood, we are also fully capable of bringing that room down and everybody going like, "What's wrong with them? Is everything okay?" Like we
like it becomes the cheer up Tim,
right?
And I'm not like I'm the cheer upper,
I
not
don't
the
want.
cheer upped,
I don't want to
because
be. I don't want
it
to hear it.
doesn't work for me.
Nope.
All that stuff that I spew, which is true, every bit of it is true that I say. I know the ins and outs around it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, so this is why it's not like that. And so end it right now.
Yeah. No. If I'm in a bad mood, you telling me that I am and I need to cheer up is not the way to cure that.
No, I'm just like,
And,
you know what, you're right, and I'll do it when I want to.
right.
So
We are. A social vampire is not the right term, but we are the we put out our energy, and other people
yeah,
feel
we're
it,
just we're
good or
just
bad.
energy. We we I don't even know what the word is. An experience.
We are.
That is
That's right.
that's the move.
We are an
That
experience.
sometimes you have a bad experience, sometimes you have a good experience.
Yeah.
Most of the time you're gonna have a good experience. But just don't check me on my like I don't feel good and I'm not gonna feel great. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. But yeah,
So your 30s started out a little rocky.
my early 30s were rocky.
Yeah.
What about yours? Like, I mean, I was there for a lot of it, but
Yeah, I think my 30s, my like introduction to my 30s was actually very positive.
yeah.
Um I spent the ages 18 to 29 suffering from panic disorder and PTSD and heavily medicated for about 11 or 12 years because of the panic attacks.
Yeah.
So my 20s are a haze. They are meddled in in pharmaceuticals and alcohol and everything that comes with that part of
I
life.
mean,
But
sounds like a rock star life.
well, but it was surviving. It
Yeah.
was like I just have to like I need to take this pill and we're gonna go to karaoke and
Yeah.
what is class? I don't know what class is because I can't sit in class because I'm crazy and it was a rough time, but I met a lot of my long term friends during that point. So it was good and bad, but the cool thing about turning 30 is I was in Thailand on my birthday
What?
over there for my bestie's wedding. And so
Aw.
and getting to Thailand was like this turning point in my anxiety because I'd never traveled internationally. I'd never gone anywhere. I definitely wasn't flying anywhere with my
Yeah.
anxieties, right?
Huh.
So there was something kind of freeing of being like, I can't miss his wedding. It's my best friend's wedding. I got to get there, and this sounds so dramatic, but maybe I'll die. Do you know what I mean? Maybe the plane will go down. Maybe I'll be in Thailand, something go crazy.
So
But
many times.
so yeah, but I had to let that go. I had
Yeah.
to let the control go and just live.
Yeah.
And there was something about like getting to Thailand and doing that experience and turning 30 in Thailand in a place that I couldn't speak the language. And every day I just kind of woke up and said, this is what's happening today. That was
That's
freeing.
really cool and metaphorical.
Yeah, it was all that was all happening at the same time, and I came back and like similarly to when I quit smoking, I had this like realization that I was like, I don't think I need the medicine anymore,
Mhm.
and so I slowly got off of the prescriptions I was on for the anxiety, and
Mhm.
I just became manageable, and so that whole section of my life kind of kicked off into this freeing moment of like, okay, like I can live and experience without being in this state of panic all the time.
Yeah.
So that was really good. And then started working for a company.
Ooh.
Maybe,
Yeah.
but it's fine. No, we're not doing no shout outs just yet. Started
Not those.
Yeah. But I started working for the company I'm with now that same year when I got back from Thailand, started working with them. I'm still there right now, about to turn 40. So it's like, I don't know, work's been steady, had some fun living situations as we've discussed. So I don't know. The entry ramp to 30s was good. So
Yeah. Like
for me.
I'm very appreciative of your 30s, because I kind of hitched my
Mm,
hitched my star to you at a time where I needed um a little help. Uh
sure.
Coming to Richmond was not because I wanted to.
Right,
It
right.
was very much because if I stayed any longer, it was gonna get real bad
Yeah.
as far as monetarily, because she's a good girl. She doesn't she's not gonna, you know, have any issues other than, homelessness. Um,
Sure.
which is not the best issue to have. But, when you live in a metropolitan area, things are expensive. You may make a lot of money, but you also have to spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
So, it wasn't it wasn't an easy decision because I left a lot of like pleasure filled things in order to kind of like recoil my life so that I can unfurl even better, which is now in my mid 30s.
I was gonna say, so like, how are things now?
Now, I'm in the middle of my 30s and
Mm-hmm.
35, and it's good. I All the things that I was struggling with before are pretty much reconciled. Um, I don't have I don't have the issues that I had in my early 30s anymore.
Yeah.
And I think that is because I am more willing to take risk. Um, because I can.
Yeah.
Um, because it's something freeing about being in your 30s that well, in your 30s in a specific situation. I don't have kids. I don't have a significant other that is, you know, needing my needing me in any type of way.
Yeah.
So it's very freeing, and I have a lot of liberties that I can take because it's only me that has the repercussions.
Yeah.
Um, and it took me until maybe last year to figure that out and say, you know, kind of like you with Thailand, it's like I could die and I could be homeless and it's fine. Like I have a vehicle. It's 10 years old, but still I have a vehicle
Yep.
and I can sleep in it for, ever how long. And I can sleep on somebody's couch until I find a job. It's fine.
Yeah.
Um and it took a little while to like for that to click. And once I did that, I was able to be a little freer and just jump and do things that have helped me become the superstar that I am right now.
Mm-hmm.
What about
Glowing. Look at your glow on this screen. Look at that.
it's no makeup, people. Listen, I don't put makeup on. I really
Not
don't.
not a dot. Not a dot of
Not
makeup.
a dot. Listen, I thought about putting on some brow gel, and
Uh-huh.
I was like, I don't need it. So this is a lot of water
Mm-hmm.
and kale. Uh,
That's right. Hydration and greens, baby.
no, but how are you these days coming into well, I mean, you are approaching
I will be
the hill.
40. That's the hill. Oh my god. Episode 4, yet another derogatory comment from Tim about age.
Oh,
Just
no,
want
no, 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 no. We are talking about age today. We're talking about
You're
age
coming up
today.
on the hill. I don't.
First of all, straight people call the hill of 40 every time.
I
That's the thing. That's a universal.
why are you
Is it a
talking? Why are you talking
universal?
straight to me? We don't talk straight to each other. Why are you doing that?
Well, I didn't even know if it was straight, to be honest. I just said
Well,
it.
there you
But
go.
I just saw it on Roseanne one time, and I thought it
If
would
Dan,
be.
if Dan says it, then we should all say it. That's for
If
sure.
Dan says it, then I will
Mm.
go with it because
Mm-mm-mm.
Specifically Dan from Roseanne, the character.
Specifically,
people, not the dude from Entourage. I'm good.
the dude from Entourage.
Wasn't he in Entourage?
Who's in Entourage?
Dan from Roseanne, the actor.
Oh, John Goodman?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know if I never saw Entourage. Maybe he was. I don't know.
So I may have saw it like twice, and I may be mixing it up with another HBO show. So don't.
Sure,
I
that happens. We all
HBO
look
comes
we
out
all
with
look alike.
series
So
after series after series, and
yeah,
I get mixed up sometimes.
all
So
good. All
the
good.
point is, Dan from Roseanne is my daddy.
There we go.
But yes, so I would assume that 40 put being graceful into the 40 of your years. You know what? Your fourth decade.
There we go. There we go.
Does that feel better?
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Your 4 decade.
Decades. Yeah, I mean, it's a little weird. Like, I'm in the relationship. That's going well.
Mm-hmm.
Knock on wood. Still haven't killed each other yet. So it's nice to be in like a healthy relationship, you know?
Yeah.
But
It's healthy though.
Yeah, healthy in that, you know, again, like we live together, okay,
You
we get along.
cohabitate and you don't want to like die.
Yeah, I enjoy my partner's company. But I'm still dealing with the back end of all these health things that hit me at the back end of my 30s.
Mm-hmm.
So you were with me when I was on when I started my weight loss journey.
Yeah.
And
you were on it.
I was working that program.
It was like I jumped off and you jumped right on.
I was like, let me take this energy real quick.
I was like, I can't do this. I gotta eat ramen.
And I was like, ew, carbs. But
you're like, let's go to Asian food.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, at the back end of like 35, 36, I started a weight loss journey where I like dropped 60 pounds and was by far the healthiest I had ever been in terms of being active and just being conscious of what I was eating. I wasn't, I felt comfortable that I wasn't like starving myself, like dropping the weight unhealthily. It was very like steady weight loss.
Yeah, you were on a program and you were sticking to it and you were happy about it. Yeah.
Was happy about it and moving around, and like I started downloading the apps and looking at the people around town and
I had to block you.
Yeah. Tim better be like, no roomie. And yeah, it was just a very fun. It was just a fun part of my life because I was aware of my body and all that kind of fun stuff, and then also again the anxiety's gone. I'm managing that okay. And then in like what year? In like 2019, my ulcerative colitis, which had been managed for a number of years, just went off the rails, and I had to go on this like very long steroid treatment. Mm-hmm. And anybody who's been on steroids for any amount of time, I was on and off for about 18 months. Yeah. And that just did a number on my body and on my energy levels. I can see why people get on the roids, because I'll tell you what, when I was on those steroids for my stomach, I felt like Superman. I was up at 5 a.m. I was making breakfast. I was like, Hua! I mean, I was eating a lot, but I was also like, I was awake. I was here. I did not feel pain. There are aches and pains in your late 30s that are natural, and on steroids, I was like, but the goal isn't to be on steroids. It's to like.
We are not endorsing.
We are not
juicing.
No, we're not
any kind other than fruits and vegetable juices.
But I am sympathizing with those that have a hard time saying no to drugs, because man, I felt great.
Yeah, I mean, okay, look. Do your do, have your fun,
right,
and be where you are, where you need to be. Yeah. If you need it, do it.
Yeah. So I'm finally like 3 years now away from that flare up. Mm-hmm. I'm actually finally in a space where like my UC feels managed again, but my body is wrecked, you know? And so now I'm sitting here and I'm like, I'm actually back at the weight I was prior to dropping all the weight. And I'm like,
but you look just as cute.
I do. And again, I hate to be.
Actually, you do look different though. I feel like your weight is different, like distributed
It is
differently.
distributed differently. I would agree with that. And again, I don't mean to put in stock in the weight game of what we deal as a society with what beauty is. I do know that when I was conscious of my eating habits and moving around, I felt better.
Yeah.
You know,
You
and
emotionally and physically felt better.
I was in sync with my mind and my body and my eating, and it was working. And
Yeah.
I happened to not be as big as I am now because I was in some habits that I was appreciating. So and then of course it's the new year, so then it's like maybe
Yeah.
new year, new me, and you want to get into that mind state, but
But it's still cuffing season.
it's still cuffing season.
And
Big
all the
boy,
girls
I
be
need a big
needing
boy,
a
I
big
need a
boy. He
big
need a
boy,
big
I need a
boy. He
big
need a
boy.
big
Oh, you know what, Tim? This sounds like a great time to take a break.
Okay.
We'll be right back. Hello, Tim. We're back.
Hey.
Woo! So before the break, we were talking a little bit about my body's changes that were happening towards the end of my 30s and what I'm kind of dealing with now.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you, how has your body kind of changed as you've gone into your 30s and the journey you've been
So
on?
when I will go, I keep going back to 29 because it kind of started the things.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was 29, I had lost the most weight I had ever lost before. And I kept it off for maybe like a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And for better lack of what actually was going on in my body and the knowledge of that, I feel like I lost my baby weight.
Mm.
Um, and so things just looked leaner. My face kind of changed and everything, and it changed everything from then on. So you'll see pictures of me in my 20s looking like I was a 15-year-old that was just fat. Um, and then you'll see pictures of me now, which I'm actually the same weight as I was at in high school,
Mm-hmm.
but I look my face is completely different.
Sure.
And the fat is just redistributed in places um that are more they're more male than I'm used to.
Mm.
Um because when I was in college, like I had uh big titties and a relatively smaller waist
Mm-hmm.
and a huge ass. And it was, if I had that today, I wouldn't be, I would be in LA on somebody else's dime. Uh,
Right.
and I feel like my body shape has changed in, some people call it like a second puberty or
Mm.
whatever. I didn't get the face, I didn't get the like the body hair that other people get,
Yeah.
but my facial hair grows a lot faster and
Mm.
things of that nature. Like I could have shaved in maybe in my 20s. 22, I could have shaved once, didn't have to shave for a month.
Yeah.
And now I'm shaving every week. Like
Yeah.
I'm just like, all right, girl, this is looking.
I was gonna say, just FYI, your mustache game is on point today. It looks
Oh,
great.
thank
It looks really good.
you.
Yeah.
I have tried this new thing over the past 3 or 4 months where it's very small, and I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Looking, it's very small and like very petite.
Yeah.
Um, unlike me, my life, and the things that I love. Um,
Nice.
so yeah, my body is changing. I've in that you would think because it's different and it's not what it was that I'm angry about it or that I want to change it. I'm not I don't care. Like I
Yeah.
really enjoy my body for the lifesaver it is. Like when I'm sick, I can go to sleep and wake up and I feel spry again. Like I'm all right. I eat some crappy food and my body's like, get it out. get
Yeah.
it out. And I'm like, no, I'm at work. But, it does what it needs to do. And it really is, I just appreciate and love my body for who and what it does and is.
Yeah.
Um, and I find that me working with the body that I have gives me more joy than if I was just to be like, oh, why can't I lose this 30 pounds, or I need to, get to the gym and do this. Like, no, because at the end of the day, I'm relatively healthy. I don't have any issues. Um, and the older I get, the more it's just going to do what it wants to do anyway. So I might as well just get used to it. Now, I'm gonna go to the gym 5 days this week and go Monday and don't go anymore? Absolutely.
Sure.
Um, but that is more for mobility purposes than actual like weight loss. I
Yeah.
just don't want to get to a place where like I'm sitting down and can't get up.
Yeah.
So I am, I am daily trying to do things to move a little more. But other than
Yeah.
that, like, I feel like I appreciate the body that I have and the the lengths it goes to keep me alive. So
Yeah.
yeah. What about you? Do you think about your body in that way? Do you think about it in a like life-saving situation? Because I have two ways. I think of me, and this is my body. Like it's two different entities for me.
Yeah. I
So
I think mine's a little bit more complicated because my disease, my body is actively working against me,
yeah.
and I have to take medicine to stay alive.
Hmm.
And so I battle with the I don't know. It's tough. Part of me is like very happy that although I am dealing with arthritis from the UC and the flare ups with my stomach, um, I can still exist. I'm
Hmm.
not bedridden, which I have been at times with this disease. I haven't had to have any organs removed, which a lot of my friends who have this disease are have gone through that journey, um, and so I am like knock on wood relatively healthy, but I'm also in like the first 10 years of the battle with this thing,
Yeah.
and part of me is like I would like to feel better instead of
Yeah.
just slowly getting worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Like you don't want to be on the decline.
yeah, I want to be like, even if I'm maintaining, fine. But I don't know. The last few years have been a battle, and that battle affects me mentally, which affects everything else. So
Yeah.
um, I I don't know. Part of me is grateful to be, if I am sick, that I am not as sick as I could be. But I do struggle with that at times.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to like feel obligated to like, you don't have to feel like this is the body I have, so I should be lucky. Like it's not like I don't have the words for it, but I can understand if you're always trying to regulate your body in a autoimmune issue that
Yeah.
you don't feel the love that you like. It's kind of like somebody beating the crap out of you and then you're supposed to be, but I love you.
Well,
No,
you're right.
like,
Yeah, no, I kind of have a love hate relationship with my body, and some of that, which I'm sure you can relate to, being a bigger kid, is
yeah,
dealing with that your whole life, and
yeah,
then getting to a space where you feel like you have that control, and then whether you just mentally get out of that loop or you get
it's
ill and
pushed you
mentally,
out of that loop. Yeah,
yeah, it just makes it, it really gives me more appreciation for mindfulness
yeah,
and being like, my body is my body, but how I react to the day, how I manage my emotions,
it's on you.
that's on me, and that's something that I can work towards regardless of the war being raged inside of me that I can't do much about other than follow certain restrictions and things of that nature. So
Yeah.
yeah, I know that's kind of a downer, but
No, I mean it's the
I mean, hey Tim,
like
hey
it's the
Tim, how you
truth.
doing?
Listen, in your 30s, you need to be talking truth to yourself because
Yeah,
that's a lot of people's problems. They're sitting up here talking about how they should be and how, things should look. But the truth is, life is happening to you. And you can either fake it like it's, all peaches and rosy and everything, or you can say, I'm actually not having the best moment.
yeah,
And I feel like your world will thank you if you are a realist with things.
yeah,
If you can say, I am I'm here and I'm present for it and I'm going to work toward feeling better, but I don't feel good.
yeah,
It's something about that I don't know, if you acknowledge the problem, that's half the battle.
yeah.
So, yeah, I don't we got all the way
We
through.
got all the way through it. Can I like a kind of a random thing about realizing where I am compared to where my parents were when they turned 30?
Yes.
So in prepping for this episode, I was thinking about like where was my dad when he turned 30? Like what was going on in his life? Let me tell you, this man had 3 kids, a 9-year-old, a 4-year-old, that's me, and a 2-year-old. He had either or was on his way to, along with my mom, purchasing their first house, like buying a house at 30.
No.
Uh-huh. And they had, I think at that point, they also had 2 cars. Like, I only remember a very privileged middle class life. I
Yeah.
don't remember struggling. Like, I lucked out, dad got out of the Air Force and he found a job in Virginia. And I think we lived with my grandmother for a brief moment when we got back
Yeah.
from California, but I think it was in the process of finding a house.
Mhm.
So like, I thought about that the other day. I'm like, he was 30. He had me when he was 26. So at 26, he had me and my older sister.
I could
Right?
never imagine having any children at
Right.
this 35. At this 35, I barely can get in the nutrients that I need for my own body.
No.
I'm not worried about some other
little ones.
little snatch crasher that like I'm not
No.
prepared. I'm not aware enough. They will get hit by a bus. And like I will be washing my car or something or listening to Todrick's new album. Like I'm not I'm not equipped to take care of another living thing. Barely, I don't even have any plants. Like,
No, yeah, I couldn't. We're still debating about a dog.
yeah.
I'm almost 40. And now that I'm looking at 40, I'm like, Dad had a 20-year-old, a 14-year-old, and a 12. Like, I can't imagine. Like, I'm way too.
The only thing I'm looking forward to is retirement.
I just don't want to have to work every day. Is that okay? Can that be a goal, please?
If I could be on this podcast and y'all give me enough money to live my life, can I do that? Fire. I don't know what that means. Fucking initially retire early. I don't know. But like, like if y'all can do that for us, we would love it.
Yeah.
But no, I could not. I don't see me raising children. I would love to be, and I'm not this yet, but I would love to be the rich umpty.
Yeah.
That would be cute. If I just go and see, a couple of our, fraternity brothers' kids and shower them with, I don't know, whatever they like at the time. That would be cute, and just go with my huge sunglasses off into the sunset, and they were like, "Oh, we love Unky Tim," like, and then I just disappear until the next, Marvel cinema comes along. But yeah, that would be cool. I applaud all of our parents that were out here having 2 and 3 kids.
2 or 3 or more.
Yeah. I applaud the people that are our age
Mm-hmm.
that have kids, any of them,
Yeah.
even if it's stepkids that you only see once a week. That is something
Mm-hmm.
because to get me up in the morning is a chore. I can
Yeah.
only imagine getting up a whole nother human being and getting them ready for life outside of their slumber. Um,
Yeah. See, the partner, he's a little younger than I am. I feel like he might talk me into something. And I'm like,
that's
yeah,
cute. I'll
we
be
can
the
do that,
auntie.
and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I am 45 with a baby. That sounds
Yay! And I will be there to like take it to a movie for an hour and a half
I
and bring
just
it back
timestamp this right here where you agreed to future babysit
for an
said
hour
baby.
and a half. Yes. And bring it right back,
Right on
chock
back.
full of all the sugars and things that, kids love.
Mm-hmm.
Just, it'll be amazing. I can't do it every day. I can't do it every month, but I'll do
Yeah.
it sometimes. Some days when I'm deciding I need to leave Dubai and come to Richmond, I will come and I will babysit baby
What do you name?
last name. Like
Oh, baby, baby last name. Insert last name. Yeah. All right, Tim. Let's take one more break. We'll be right back.
All right, bye.
Bye. All
Oh
right.
my god, I'm about to cry.
Why?
I don't know. That's another part of your 30s.
and that stays in the edit right there.
Listen, hi, we are back and we are at the end of our episode.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, we made it. Bear, what are you living for?
What am I living for this week? So my living for this week is, it feels a little lame, but I am also a little lame, so that's okay. So there's a new TV show coming on tonight called Last of Us. It's based off of a video game, which I don't really care about. I never played the game, but it's an HBO show, and the type of show that it is, they tend to do very well.
Mm-hmm.
And the review embargo just ended a few days ago, so all the critics could come out and say how they felt about it, and they love it. So I'm really excited. Like, I haven't had like Drag Race is the first show in a minute, like, that's been on every week that got me back into a rhythm.
Yeah.
So that was kind of exciting, but now there's like a drama. There's the water cooler, like what happened last night, that I'm kind of excited about to do again. So that premieres tonight, so I'm kind of excited to watch that.
So I want to ask something about that. Like,
sure.
Are you usually on board with how critics feel about shows and stuff like that?
Not necessarily. The HBO thing is interesting because HBO has a certain reputation for quality with their with their original programming. Okay. So normally they put out stuff that's of quality, and it's very rare they put out stinkers.
Yeah.
This being a video game adaptation, those aren't usually very good. Usually it's just merchandising and syncopation or whatever. So people were kind of wondering, like, is it just a money grab? Is it going to be any good? And the reviews are just stellar. So it's like, and another one. So so I'm excited to check that out and see what that looks like, and have another like weekly habit to look forward to a new episode of something. I'm a little bit of a geek like that. So yeah, excited for that. What about you? What are you living for this week?
Well, in the line of being an adult, I'm looking forward to my first paycheck. Yes. I started money, and I haven't gotten paid yet, and so I am looking forward to seeing that in my bank account when it comes in. So money, and keep the cash flowing.
Oh, that's good. Yes. Oh, the paycheck. We got to plan our vacations.
Child, yes.
We got to plan our vacations.
I got to plan it. I got to tell the powers that be that I won't be available set in said dates.
That's right. We got to start committing to some stuff. Yeah, if anybody has any recommendations out there, feel free to let us know.
Yes.
Because we'd love to hear some vacation recommendations from our listeners.
I mean, if you're living near that vacation spot, then maybe we'll come and see you. You never know.
Well, let you guys know. Special thank you again to Nick Morelli for our artwork, which you guys saw. Got some good feedback on that. Again, his Instagram is Nick_Morelli33, Morelli 33. You can follow us on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Cub and Chub. That's CUBANDCHUB. And if you have a question for us, you can email us at wearecubandchub@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you guys.
Ask us things. We really want to know what you're thinking.
Yeah. Or leave some comments on, TikToks or on our Facebook page, and we'd be happy to read them and give you guys some feedback. But again, Tim, thank you so much. I had such a lovely time with you this week.
I love you so much.
And everybody have a safe week. We'll see you next time, okay?
Bye.